Welcome to my rocket review of the Bristol Ramada Inn. This particular Ramada Inn is situated off the M5 at the Gordano Service Station, so it's a nice convenient location if you're passing through or past Bristol. We're staying here because we're just on our way back from Bristol Airport and it's moderately late, so we don't want to drive back tonight and we are driving home tomorrow instead. The location's pretty great, although there's a minor maze along the roads to try and find the hotel. On top of that, parking's a little bit strange. There's one sort of road of parking right outside the hotel. There was plenty of space, well, there were 2 spaces left when we got here, but the strange thing is that there's just a little one-way system, and I imagine if you drive past and there's no spaces, then the next thing is you find yourself exiting the service station and heading back onto the M5. So that's a bit of an odd thing, maybe something to keep an eye out for. Parking is included in the price. You do have to check in your car when you get here, so there's a little screen where you have to enter your details, but that was very straightforward as long as you can remember what your car registration number is. Check-in was really smooth. We'd actually pre-booked and we just gave our details to the person at the front desk and had our room key within about 5 minutes, which was nice and easy. We got a room on the first floor, which saved us lugging our suitcases up the stairs. We got in here okay, so not much to say about that. So, just a quick look around the room first of all. As you can see, it's pleasantly decorated, it was nice and clean. There doesn't appear to be any built-in heating, so there's a little electric radiator in the corner of the room with a blood stain next to it. And a quick bedbug check was fine. Sitting on the bed, it seems nice and soft and comfy, so that's promising. And they also offer free Wi-Fi, although actually doing a speed test, I got slightly better figures for my 5G in the area than I did for the Wi-Fi. So my 5G speeds for EE were 181 megabits per second download and 45.9 upload, whereas the hotel Wi-Fi was 89.2 download and 88.1 upload. Which means if you're wanting to do any big uploads while you're here, it's probably a good idea to use the Wi-Fi. But otherwise, unless you've got a limited data package, I'd probably just stick with your 5G. Now, part of the reason for me saying that is the slightly invasive login questions for the Wi-Fi. They do want to know your full name, address, date of birth, email address, whether you want to opt into marketing, and a few other information pieces like that, which just seemed like a little bit too much, especially as we'd just given all that to the hotel anyway. I would have rather seen just something straightforward, like a request for our room number. The bathroom seemed okay, though they've only actually remembered to give us 1 towel between the 2 of us. And the other thing that was slightly off-putting is when I was lifting the toilet seat up and down, I noticed that the underside of the toilet seat was actually slightly sticky, which was a major yuck. Let's just say I washed my hands really thoroughly after that. The top of the toilet seat was okay though. The bathroom does have complimentary soap and shampoo, which is a good thing, and it comes with toilet paper as well, but no other luxury items. There's also a standard dual voltage shaver port. Speaking of ports, there's 2 plug sockets next to one side of the bed, 2 plug sockets by the desk, and 1 further plug socket next to the electric radiator, which has the electric radiator plugged into it, which means that doesn't really count. Also, all of the plug sockets have an old-fashioned USB type socket. So if you're using any electronic items which use an old school USB-A socket, then you can charge them up here. Unfortunately, no USB-C. That seems to be fairly typical of a lot of places at the moment, even though all of the electronic devices which are now released have that socket. However, it's worth remembering that this hotel is actually only billed as a 2-star hotel, and we only paid £53 for it for the 2 2 of us for the night. So when that's taken into account, it's actually very good. And I don't really think I can complain about any of the things I'm complaining about. Anyway, I think that's about it for the room. The hotel also does have a little restaurant, so as we've not eaten, we're going to go there for dinner and see how it is. We did bring some bread rolls with us, but actually breakfast is a bit overpriced by the looks of things, so we're going to save our dinner for breakfast and have some actual dinner at the restaurant tonight. Two margarita pizzas, a pint of Coke and an orange juice, please. And that's us just back from the restaurant. As you can see, we both decided to have a pizza each. The meals there were around about £12 to £15 each. Drinks weren't too expensive either. The food quality was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, but as a sort of travellers in place, it wasn't bad. The person taking the order got incredibly confused when we asked for an orange juice. My Coca-Cola didn't cause us much trouble though. The restaurant itself was cosy and comfortable and I can't really complain about it. So overall, I'd say it wasn't a bad dinner. Nothing spectacular, but not bad either. So overall, yeah, not a bad little dinner. And it was much better than having to go to a burger franchise over at the service station. So all in all, if you're a hungry traveller, I would recommend it. If you want high quality connoisseur food, then perhaps not. Good morning. It's the following morning. I've had a good sleep. The bed was pretty comfy. The room finally heated up at about 3 o'clock in the morning, so now I'm absolutely baking. I've got my room instant coffee in hand. There's nothing wrong with that. Overall, I slept pretty well. The rooms in here are absolutely paper thin, so you can hear everything going on. But then at the same time, as a sort of a traveller hotel, people are coming through here to sleep rather than anything else. So it wasn't really too much of a problem. I've had a shower. The extractor fan didn't work particularly well, so the room completely steamed up, so no mirror. Not the biggest problem in the world, but just be aware of that. So now all I need to do is go and check out. After I finish my coffee, of course. That's us just back to the car. Checkout was really easy. There was just a little box to pop your key card in and then off you go. No difficulty there. So now it's time to head on with our journey. All in all though, a very positive experience of the Travel Lodge. We'd definitely go there again. As I say, it was simple, it wasn't perfect. It certainly wasn't a luxury holiday retreat by any stretch of the imagination. However, if you're staying there, that's unlikely to be what you're wanting. You're probably wanting somewhere comfy and clean and convenient as part of your travel journey. And if that's what you're after, then it is a perfect place. As I say, we paid £53 for the night and it was absolutely okay. I'd definitely go back. Thumbs up. And that's the end of the Travel Lodge review.